I'm David Berlin. I'm with ZDNet. I'm coming to you from the rooftop of a really cool walk-up in Greenwich Village, New York City, where Samsung, right below us, is having their big Gadget Fest. And I got to tell you, one thing about cell phones that really upsets me is the fact how they all kind of work with different carriers. I mean, we've got one cell phone like the iPhone that works only with AT&T and only with one of their two networks. And downstairs they have some cool phones. They have this one phone that on one side is an MP3 player, on the other side it's a full-blown telephone. Love that telephone, but it's not available on the network that I want it to be available on, because one of the things I always tell people is coverage, coverage, coverage. Those are the three most important things when it comes to buying a phone. If you can't get a signal wherever it is that you are and wherever you frequent, then the phone isn't going to do you a whole lot of good. So you got to get a phone that can connect to a network somewhere where you go. And the phones downstairs, for example, that two-sided phone only works on Sprint's network, and Sprint's network doesn't work where I go. Verizon Wireless has the strongest signal in my neighborhood and in my house. That's why I use Verizon Wireless phones. But there are all these other kinds of phones out there. Microsoft says, hey, look, you don't like that Windows Mobile 5 based Motorola Q that you've got? We'll send you another one. But guess what? The ones that I'm interested in, they don't work on Verizon Wireless's network. They work on somebody else's network. That stinks. Why can't all these phones just work on one network, on all the networks? Why can't there just be one network in the whole United States like there is in Europe? You know, we've got all these different networks here. All the phones work on different networks, all the different phones, one network, it doesn't matter. You just have to keep splitting up and figuring out what you're going to do next. This really stinks. I want to get it so that I can take any phone that I like, put it on any network, and go off to the races. Just stinks. For ZDNet, from a rooftop somewhere in Greenwich Village in New York City, I'm David Berlin.